Good morning, welcome to Bitcoin Bounce. My name is Joseph, and today I'm here with Dion. And I look here at the Bitcoin charts. Looks like we're having a bounce, so that looks very good. Today, Dion is going to talk with us about Bitcoin and just give us an overview of where you think the market is going. And then he's going to give us an exciting trade on the KuCoin token. Good morning, Dion.
Hi, morning, Joseph. So we're starting here on the Bitcoin weekly chart today. So the only thing that I noticed is we're coming up to this very strong bearish trend line that we've been following since last year, November. And it looks like we've got like 2 or 3 days, or 2 or 3 weeks, it's the weekly chart, 2 or 3 weeks to make up our minds here if we're going to break through. So this is going to be very interesting to see what happens in this area, if we have a bit of a breakdown again, or whether we actually break through this time, which we obviously all hoping for. So that's one to keep our eyes on. If we zoom in just to the daily, let me just enlarge here. So it's still very much the same, trading in this upside wedge. And yesterday we dropped below the top of the wedge, and we thought we might be coming down. But we've now got a very strong reversal here, so we've got a nice big candle to the upside. So the 24,000 support is still holding, and our next resistance is 25 on the daily. On the 4-hour chart, I thought yesterday that we might be breaking through to this 23,500, and I wanted to open a long here, but we never got down there. So we've got this support line here, this trend support line, which is a daily line which has been quite strong. So you can see they just couldn't manage to break through there, and we also came and tapped into the bottom support of the 4-hour wedge that we've got here. So both of those have held, and also the support that we had in this area. So there's just been a lot of support here from all sides, and I think that's why we're having this awesome bounce up at the moment. Going down further to the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, also you can see we've got this nice run here at the moment, and I was actually expecting it earlier this morning. So we've got 2 news events today, high impact news events. So the one is 2:30 South African time, so that's in a few hours, as core retail sales, and then at 8 o'clock tonight we've got a second one which is very big, the FOMC meeting minutes. So that's quite huge. So I actually was going to say, this morning when I looked at this chart, we were around about here, and I was going to suggest that we were either going to be pushed up or down with this first event, and then that would probably be a fake move, and then just before or after the second one they would do a big reversal on that. So it looks like that is starting to play out, so I would be very careful today to do any trade. If one wanted to, you could maybe get into this and just run it to the upside with a very strong stop loss, but I think something similar to this is going to happen, where it's just pushed up substantially and then a big dump. So I think they're going to use these 2 meetings, just run it up before this meeting, and then after that meeting or after this one, dump it back down. So I think we're going to have a volatile day today. Not safe to trade any Bitcoin unless, as I say, you're scalping and you're doing it with a very tight stop loss. I just want to get this out of the way. Then the other thing I wanted to show you guys was on the weekly chart on ETH. I also had a look at it this morning. So for the first time now we've had this very strong support here previously, which then turned into resistance, and we were a bit worried that we're going to struggle to break through that. But so on the weekly chart we've now managed to break through, and we'll see at the end of this week if we have a candle close above this line. That would be awesome for ETH. So if we're bottoming out here and finding support, then the upside for ETH I think is tremendous from here. We could still be looking at a small reversal because we've had a few very good days and a strong up run here. So if we just put the fib lines on it, we could come back to the bottom of the zone, so that would be 1725, or maybe a little bit lower to the 065 fib level, that's 1615. roughly. So we might have a bit of a pullback here, which might not be a bad thing. So maybe today, if we have that Bitcoin pullback or dump, this would maybe bring Ethereum back down again. So let it just take a bit of a breather into the zone and then find room to the upside. And if you just look back in the past from this zone, we've had awesome up runs, the smallest of them being this one, which was 22%. So that would be my target, and it coincidentally lines up with the fib levels here. So if we get back to this, if we have a bit of a retracement, get back here, then the first target for the fib would be this 1272, and that lines up exactly with the top of that, my target. So I would just wait for confirmation here, and once we enter, then go for a 20% move on ETH, at least 20. Then you can move up your stop loss or cash it out, wait for a bit of a pullback, and get back in. And I just wanted to have a look at the stochastic here. So you can see we're about, also on the stochastic, we could possibly be doing a bit of get a sell signal here. So I would just wait before we enter there, just see what happens here. If it's like maybe just a small crossover and then crossing back up, so I wouldn't get into it right now. Let's just see what happens to Bitcoin, give it a day or so, but keep your eye on this trade. I think this is a very good opportunity on ETH. Then we can quickly just run through the market indicators. That's also looking very, very good. So altcoin perpetuals, that yesterday broke under the daily support that we had, but now is busy recovering very strongly there. And we also had this support line here, which was support, broke down, and now is support again. So we can actually make that green now. So it's back to being a support. So we've broken through that as well, so that's looking fantastic. The total the money that's coming into the altcoins is also making a nice comeback there. The Nasdaq also is still busy with a very nice up run, and there's no real resistance here. I think it's a bit of a pullback, and then we would probably be going up further. S&P 500 still looking fantastic. The Dow also looking amazing. So the Dow is actually leading the pack of all the indices. So on all the indices we had these two big resistances. This is now support, and this one is also resistance on all the other charts, and the Dow is now broken through that. It's broken through the EMA 200 and the MA 200, which some of the others are still facing resistance there. So the Dow is just way ahead, and it's just risen above, broken through all those. The Russell also is the same, so those are 2,000 small cap stocks, also just broken through absolutely everything. So it looks like the recession fears might not be all that true for now. It's looking fantastic. The economy is looking fantastic. Bitcoin dominance is also looking good for all our altcoin trades to get into our altcoins. So I was worried yesterday that we're going to break back up here on the dominance. So we managed to break down from that again. So we are at the moment trending down. So that's good for all our altcoin trades. That's fantastic news. Then the last thing is the US dollar index. Also yesterday I was worried that we were going to break back up here, so that's not good for the economy, a strong dollar. So the Fed and everyone would prefer the dollar to be weaker. So for now it's rising above this resistance again, so we're hoping just for another push down there. And I think this might be also with the news today. See, Bitcoin was also, it's also strange that the US dollar index is rising and Bitcoin, it doesn't quite make sense. So there's definitely already market manipulations. Normally if this goes up, Bitcoin should go down. They shouldn't both go up at the same time. So you can see there's definitely, as we speak, market manipulation. Anyway, then we wanted to look at our trade of the day. So this is on KuCoin. It's the KuCoin exchange, one of the biggest crypto exchanges. So on the daily chart, you see from this area here, there's a demand zone here, and out of this zone, it's just pushed up really often, and really nice trade opportunities here. And we've recently had another push up out of that zone, and I'm waiting for the next one, which should hopefully be happening soon. So if we just zoom in a bit here, the only thing I'm waiting for is recently we've had resistance here at the $11. So I would wait for us just to break up above that, and you can see I've got my reminder there. So as soon as we break above this price, I would get in on a 20% trade here on KCS. So I think this is a good safe trade. Also, if you look back, you can see that there's not much resistance here. We just dumped down here and again, and the previous time we went up here, it was also very, very quick. So as soon as this happens, you must get into this trade ASAP. I think it could just be over within a few hours. It could just shoot up and hit our target. And that's it from me today, Joseph.
Yeah, Dion, I really like those two trades. So there's a 20% possibility on Ethereum, and then also on the KuCoin token. So if you want to search it, is KCS. And then we usually trade it against USDT. And on both of these, I quickly measured this Ethereum one. It's also 20%. So I really believe that both of those two coins are undervalued right now and can easily go up 20%. Yeah, it's also very exciting to see how Ethereum has broken through that resistance level. I have quite a bit of my capital on Ethereum and Ethereum projects that's getting ready to merge with the Ethereum 2.0 merge. So that's I think there's definitely a great upside both on Ethereum and KuCoin. I remember, Dion, when was it when the Binance coin had that tremendous run to the upside?
I can't remember. It was about 18 months ago. But that was insane. We just had a few weeks where we just couldn't believe what was happening. I think it went from $30 to $300 and then to $600. It was just insane. And they're expecting the same thing to happen with this KCS coin. Yes.
Yeah. So, I just remembered, I would buy the Binance coin and I would put out 20% take profit, but I should have actually not taken 20%. I should have taken, 1,000% take profit, and so even this 20% expectation that we have on the KuCoin could be low. It could go, and what happens with the KuCoin? They're the whole time busy expanding the company. They got a lot of very nice metaverse coins on there that you can't see on the Binance exchange, so the exchanges that I really like is KuCoin, is the Binance, is FTX, and then the Bybit. I think that KuCoin is just such a wonderful exchange just because of the wide range of gaming and metaverse coins that they made available to us. So, and I know we are going to go into a time where metaverse and gaming coins is just going to give tremendous gains, especially in this coming bull run. And so that's why I think it's a great idea to have a percentage of your portfolio to HODL some of the KCS or the KuCoin coin, but also to trade it as it goes up and down. Awesome, great analysis, Dion. Thank you very much. So guys, we're going to be back in an hour again, and we're going to talk about a hodling strategy of how we can hodl coins. We're going to start obviously with Bitcoin, but we have a great expectation for a massive bull run that's ahead of us. And so a lot of people are asking the question now, I want to hodl, but I don't want to trade every day. I want to be able to make a trade maybe once every few months or even just once a month. But just give me some guidance. And so that's the strategy that we're going to discuss in the next video. Thank you, Dion. See you in an hour. Guys, have a nice day.
Great. Thanks, guys. So check the show notes and we'll see you later. Cheers.